We're going to take you back to Peaceful Zion, maybe like almost 40 years ago. You might remember singing this with the mass choir.
My way may not be easy. You did not say that it would be. But when it gets dark, can't see my way. You told me to put my trust in thee. That's why I'm asking you, Lord. Oh, Lord. Help me to hold out, Lord. Help me to hold out. I need your help, Lord. Oh, Lord. Until my sins come. My way may not be easy. You did not say that it would be. But when it gets dark, can't see my way. You told me to put my trust in thee. That's why I'm asking you, Lord. Oh, Lord. Help me to hold out, Lord. Help me to hold out. I need your help, Lord. Oh, Lord. Until help me to hold out. Help me to hold out, Lord.
Amen. You hear me? Amen. Well, at this time, we want to have words from the siblings. I want to start first. I don't want to say the oldest. I just say the most seasoned. You know, I look back and, you know, over all of my uncles and aunties, you know, I just thank God for all of you, you know, every last one of you. So, come on, man. Yeah, you, man. Come on, uncle. He's not the oldest. Well, I say he the most seasoned. Most seasoned.
He's a wise young man.
I'm getting there.
We are just grateful to be here on this grand occasion for my brother. I didn't know the color was yellow and black, but I'm halfway there. As I look back through the eyes of history and remember and thank God for my mother and my father, when I'm looking at the picture on the program, they named him Wright Jr. Yeah, man, we just thank God for my brother. My mother, my father, he birthed 6 children and raised 5, and I was the sandwich between the 5 that she raised. And I remember as I think back when we was coming up, I was one of the humblest children. Just joking now. It's all right to have some fun here, right? You know, we can have some fun. You know, we here to have a birthday, and, you know. And Rosevelt, as someone said, he was the smallest. And my uncle, Ella, used to tell Rosevelt, saying, if you want to grow, put some fertilizer in your shoes. And he believed that. And he could run. He used to go run fast. He was the fastest runner, and I was always the one try to keep peace. Fun, you know. And we was coming up, him and LC, Edward and Betty Mae, they was a little older, and I was between, and I always had to try to keep them in order, LC and Roosevelt, and they used to come home from school running and hollering and crying. What are y'all running for? What are you crying for? Somebody was chasing them. We was living in the project. Every evening, they come home running and crying. Somebody chasing them. I sit down and say, I tell you what, would y'all rather for me to whoop y'all and for the person chasing y'all to whoop you? Now, they didn't want no problem out of me because they knew I would fight in a minute. I taught my oldest brother to fight, and I was always telling him, say, man, you bigger, stronger than them guys, don't let them run over you. But he wouldn't fight. I started to fight and get out of the fight and let him finish the fight. So I told Roosevelt and LC one day, I said, if y'all come home running and crying one more day, I'm going to whoop y'all. Fight. You don't know, you might get a lucky lick in. You might, you know, if you fight and somebody, if they whoop you, they're going to get tired of fighting you because you're going to fight back. And the next day, they didn't come home running. They won the fight because they didn't want to face me. But we thank God for Roosevelt. He was always the quiet one in the family. He was always the honest one, and, you know, but me, LC, and Roosevelt, me and Edward and LC, I don't know, you know, we were just outgoing, you know. Wasn't no problem, but we were just outgoing, and Roosevelt always was the quietest one, never caused any problem in the home, always was obedient, and Mama said, stay home, he stayed home, and if Mama tell me to stay home, I have to do the opposite. Whatever she didn't want me to do, she don't tell me to do that. She always tell me what she don't want me to do. And but we thank God that our mother and father raised us to be loving one to the other. She always told us, now don't you fight one another, but you fight for one another. And that was my trend. I didn't mind fighting for one another, you know. but we never fought one another. And their mama would find out that we was fighting one another. We had problem with mama. So she taught us, and always told us, y'all stay together. Look out for one another. Take care of one another. And we thank God for that. And we said, Roosevelt, we just glad to see that you are the youngest of the siblings and done reached the landmark that God promised us. We thank God that we have reached that landmark, 3 scores and 10. And yet there's many years to come. There's many years to come. So we say enjoy. Thank God. Because it has not been for the Lord. I know on my side, I can speak for me. Because I know where the Lord brought me from, and I know what he brought me through. See, nobody knows but me. You see, and the problem with a lot of folks, when they know your past, they want to remember the bad things and forget that, you know, I said, I was preaching, talking to a person, says, you know, we ought to thank the devil sometimes instead of criticizing the devil. Now, y'all say, that don't sound right. Thank the devil for your problems sometime. Because wasn't for your problems, you wouldn't get closer to God. See, we want to, Lord, take that devil, come on, bring all your troubles. Bring all your obstacles. Bring all your faults. Because all they're going to do, draw me closer to my God. And I know with God on my side, I got the victory. Amen. So we thank God for, we know none of us perfect, but we thank God that he brought us this far through the grace and the mercy of God. Enjoy the day. God bless you.
Amen. So y'all see why I call him the most seasoned. Everybody always go to him. Oh, what we gonna do? Amen. But at this time, I ain't gonna put my foot in my mouth no more. I'm gonna just stick with the script. We gonna call Auntie Betty Mae. Isn't she lovely?